Hafide, welcome to another episode of War. I'm Sabrina Salas Matanani. We are now on Naval Base Guam, the former thriving village of Sumay. It was one of the first places the Japanese bombed in December of 1941. Every year, a special mass is held here so that we always remember. Agate resident Felix Camacho Babalta comes back to Sumay every chance he gets.
This is the tombs of my two brothers, Joaquin and Vicente. Both of my two brothers are buried here, after that. And behind it is my grandma and my grandfather.
Let's go see that.
This is where they were buried, side by side with my two brothers.
The Balthus family is originally from Sumay, but like everyone who once lived here, fled when the Japanese began their invasion during World War II.
My parents stay in Sumay, and this is the place, okay? During the war, they moved them all the way up to Maningo for the concentration camp.
Mr. Babalta was only 3 years old at the time.
It's very hard for them, because food is scarce, you have to go and find food, and so lucky that we got a lot of this wild papaya, they're not big, but they can eat for us to survive. And my dad will go out and pick some of the wild vegetable, wild plants inside the jungle to survive for the family.
The Santa Rita Mayor's office plans the annual memorial service in Sumay, and every year dozens of former residents and their descendants attend the solemn service.
Which he made binding for 1,000 generations, which he entered into with Abraham.
The gift of peace, the gift of reconciliation, and if today maybe there is someone who is still not reconciled, whose heart is heavy.
After the Japanese occupation of Guam during World War II, Sumay residents never returned. Instead, they were relocated to Santa Rita. Mayor Del Alvarez.
Well, my mom was born and raised in Sumay, and she's still alive, and so is talking about Sumay. And every time I talk to my elderlies, they say, boy, Sumay was one of the beautiful villages, It's the first commercial area. And it was supposed to be the capital of Guam, but after the war, they moved it to Agana, the capital. She told me that when we come in here and my children, we meet, I show them where Grandma used to live and where she used to play. And then when the war came, where they put her with my other aunts, her sisters and her siblings. So, it's I don't have much to tell them. I just tell them what Grandma tells me, my mom.
Is it difficult for your mom to open up about what happened?
She loves talking about Sumay, but when it comes to what happened, when she's seeing and they're fleeing, she starts crying, And like my Uncle Harris, he's here this morning, and he said he really feels pain, but he's glad to be here. But every time he comes here, he thinks back, and it hurts him because they were all running hand in hand, and he even made a joke just to forget the pain, I guess. And man, if I'm in the shoe business, I'll be a rich man, because plenty shoes were left behind because they were running barefooted, when they start bombing Sumay.
But despite the pain of the past, they still return year after year, and they continue to share their stories so that we always remember.
Every year, and sometimes, a special occasion, I come down here, I get a pass from the gate to come inside here.